Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Goose239, and you guys know what's all about. We're gonna be reading 10 things that only true Natsu fans know about. And if you haven't seen my previous video of like listing the 10 best or strongest celestial spirits in fairy tale, please, I would like for you guys to go check that out. I mean, it's kind of decent, but if not, that's all good. I'll leave the link of the video in the description if you guys want to go check it out. Anyways, without further ado, this is coming from the same same website, cbr.com, and telling us about things about Natsu. It's the same thing with the whole celestial spirits, strongest ranking. Again, description if you guys want to go check that out with the articles and everything. So, fairy tale, 10 things only true Natsu fans know about. I kind of reworded that, but yeah. Number 10, his name means summer. Coming up with names can be one of the hardest things about creating a character. This is why creators will often think up theme names, like how everyone in Dragon Ball Z is named after food. In Hiromashi's case, he tends to go base names for his main characters. The lead of Raven Master was named Haru after the spring, the letter of the current Magna Elder Zero is Shiki, which means 4 seasons, and Natsu, the hot-blooded flame mage that he is named after the summer. It's a bit of on the nose, but when we're shown series ever subtitled, that's I'm not gonna lie, that's one I didn't know. Number 9, he can't control his power-ups. That one's kind of obvious. Transformations are the time-honored part of the shonen action series. They have been around since Goku first became a Super Saiyan on Nakima to be Frieza, as every series tries to emulate them and show that the hero has gone to the next stage. Natsu has 2 different power-ups of his own: Fire Lightning Dragon Mode, which allows him to generate flames and lightning to do extra damage, and Dragon Force, a power which is meant to make him more like a dragon. Though he accesses both of these multiple powers multiple times, it's never something that he could turn on and off like a shonen protagonist. They always happen during extreme duriness. Yeah. Number 8, his scarf is special. Yeah, there was more context about that before. Natsu's most iconic piece of clothing is probably his scarf. He wears regardless of the weather or situation. He never is caught without it, which becomes touching when he learns that the fact is actually made from the scales of his foster parent, the fire dragon Igneo. This makes the scarf immune to his flames, but that's not all it does. It's also been known to protect him in case of extreme danger, such as being capable of absorbing Zoro's death magic, though this caused it to lose its white color and turn black instead. This has held him back too, as the scarf has absorbed dark magic before, and it made it possible for him to heal from his injuries. Number 7, he can't eat his own flames. That one, I think it was in the first or second episode of Fairy Tail. I promise you that, because everybody knows that, but for people who don't know, I think, like, the first 2 episodes they mentioned, like, or even I think Happy said to Lucy that he can't eat his own flames. One of the coolest things about all Dragon Slayers is the ability to consume the magic of the dragon whose magic they learn. That means as a flame dragon slayer, Natsu is able to consume any other mage's flame magic. Theoretically, this should mean that Natsu should be able to constantly create his own flames and eat them, never running out of energy. But very early in the series, it established that Natsu actually cannot eat his own flames. This is played for laughs and tends early in the series, as a hungry Natsu that hasn't consumed any flames is unable to use his magic against the villains. Number 6, he is part human, part demon, and part dragon. Yep, he's part human. He's part demon because he was actually Zeroth's little brother. He died, and he resurrected him and put like a demon seed in him, And then part dragon is Igneo putting a demon, or not a demon, a dragon seed in him for all those dragon slayers. As been mentioned, Natsu has been revived from by his brother Zeref, yeah, which transformed into the demon known as End. This means that he is already part demon, part human, but that's not all dragon or Natsu is. Learning Dragon Slayer magic implements a dragon seed inside of every user. Yeah, that's what I meant. The more they use that magic, generally the only kind of magic they know, the more the seed grows. Eventually, it hatches and transforms whoever has it into a into a dragon as well. At one point, Natsu had all three of these seeds fighting inside of him, though he manages to retain his humanity when it's all over. So, I forgot, it was like that one episode when Natsu was like passed out. He couldn't, like, he was about to die because of the demon seed, but he managed to get rid of it, and it was like quite like amazing. I thought like it wasn't gonna get rid of it out of his body, he was gonna die. I'm like, no, please no. Number 5, he suffers from motion sickness. Yes, that's been like throughout the whole series that he always suffers from that. Natsu suffers terrible motion sickness when traveling inside of an actual vehicle. This was intentionally more comedic thing that was Mashi introduced to give this incredible powerful character some kind of weakness, but later becomes more of a plot point, as we all know is all the Dragon Slayers experience violent reactions to being placed on vehicles. Near the end of the series, we learn this is because of Dragon Slayer magic itself. There's a synchronization that occurs between a human's ears and a dragon's superior eyesight that causes the problem. It could be died using special enchantments or special designed vehicles, though mostly it only happens during Fairy Tail's most comedic moments. Yes. Number 4, he's over 400 years old. Yes, because of Zeref. Probably the best usage of he's actually several hundreds years old. Anime has during the Battle of Fairy Tail, we see Natsu trapped inside of a barrier that is supposed to only hold people over 80 years old inside. Though we didn't know why at that time, this barrier was able to keep Natsu trapped. Later we learned that Natsu was born 400 years in the past during the era of dragons. He spent his years training with his partner Igneo, but after he's sent through the Eclipse Gate in the future, he lost his memory and forgot everything about who he is and what he done other than Igneo being gone. Yeah. Number 3, he was brought back from the dead. Yeah, from Zeref. The big secret twist of this series is that Natsu died over 400 years ago in a dragon that killed his parents, as well his brother Zeref has overcome by grief and studied to figure out how to revive his brother if no one else. His brother spent years trying to figure this out. Eventually angering the gods themselves, he became imbued the curse of the contradictions that caused him to kill anything he cared about. Still, that didn't stop him from eventually figuring out how to bring Natsu back to life as Intherius Natsu Dragoneo, a demon with the power to kill him. Number 2, he has a dragon inside of him. Yeah, I think that was somewhere like in episode. I think it was somewhere in like 250s, maybe more, that we found out there was Igneo was inside of Natsu this whole entire time. It was surprising because I was waiting for when they were done for Natsu to go find Igneo. Like, I was really hyped for that. Like, one day, like, they will do it. But we're already in the 3rd and final season, so. The mystery of Fairy Tail for much of the series has been where Natsu's foster parent, Igneo, has been. One day, he and the dragons responsible for training Natsu and the other Dragon Slayers has mysteriously vanished and no one ever saw them. But during the darkness moments, a time where Agnologia awakened to slay many of the dragons, which few through the Eclipse Gate, we finally learned where Igneo has been. We had been dormant inside of Natsu for centuries, hiding his power until he had the opportunity to battle against Agnologia. There was no return trip inside of Natsu. However, as Ignuk would go on to fight Agnolia and lose his life in the battle, though he succeeded in taking Agnolia's arm, which is really impressive. Number 1, he was originally meant to have horns. That, I guess that one surprised me. Oftentimes, creators go through countless different designs before they decide on what works for the best for their characters. After all, the visual design of the character informs the traits a given character will have in a story. In Natsu's case, the creator originally wanted him to have horns on his head. In fact, he did have horns in Fairy Tale's short story Fairy Tale. He was a spirit and had a pair of horns on his head. After he decided to turn it into a full series, he turned him back into a human, kind of. And to just the horns, they're still a reference to this is one of the Fairy Tale anime episodes however shown above. Wow. And that's about it. Comment down below if you don't know one of these things. Again, I'll read them over real quick. Number 10, his name means summer. I actually didn't know about that. Number 9, he can't control his powers. That one's kind of obvious. His scarf is special. Number 8, that one's obvious. Number 7, he can't eat his own flames. That one was obvious. Number 6, he is part human, demon, and part dragon. That one's obvious. Number 5, he suffers from motion sickness. That's kind of obvious. Number 4, he's over 400 years old. Obvious. Number 3, he was brought back from the dead. Obvious. And number 2, he had a dragon asylum. Obvious. And number 1, he was originally meant to have horns. That one did get me. When I mean obvious, it's just like if you've been watching Fairy Tale to this point, then you should like already know that. So that's why I said obvious. So yeah, those two things already got me off guard. Like his name means summer, and that he was meant to have horns. I mean, it wouldn't change anything. Like he would still be the same Natsu, like we all know and love. And yeah, that's about it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, comment down below which of these you didn't know about Natsu, or if you knew all of them. If you didn't, then yeah, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys want more of this is gonna be like the last time I'll read about this, stuff like this. Unless there's something good for me to read about, I'll do another one. But yeah, there's nothing else more to do. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, night, day, whatever the occasion is. Stay safe out there. There's been a lot of storms lately, and it's not looking too good. Hope you guys have a wonderful day again, night, whatever the occasion is. Sorry if I'm making this too long and stretching. Anyways, Vanigo639, I'm signing out. Peace. Love you all.